Wistoria Wand and Sword is officially back on the schedule. Fans have been waiting since that Season 2 in production note after the 2024 finale, and now we finally have a window, a poster, and the key staff list to prove it. If Season 1 was Will versus the world, Season 2 looks like Will versus the system, and that's exactly the kind of headache Wistoria's magical elite deserves. Before we descend into the tower, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss new trailers or cast updates. Alright, let's blitz the essentials, and then break down what this means for Will, Elfaria, and an academy that still hasn't figured out how to grade a kid with 0 mana and 100% menace. The big headline is no ambiguity, just swords. Broadcast window is April 2026 in Japan. The reveal landed alongside a teaser visual and a brief teaser video. For now, it's a mood setter, not a spoiler buffet, which is standard for first wave promos. Expect a meteor trailer closer to spring. If you are wondering where to catch up right now, Season 1, 12 episodes, summer 2024, is on Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll's own news desk amplified the Season 2 April date. Good sign for eventual streaming, though platforms for S2 aren't officially named yet. Teaser visual, what it's saying without words. The teaser video mostly reuses Season 1 clips. Think of it like a warm-up swing, not the real duel. We'll take the hype, but yes, we're hungry for fresh footage too. The new art plants Will surf fort in a ruined cityscape, sword lowered, tower looming behind him, a statement pose that reads, "The system is the boss fight." Season 1 was about proving a magicless kid could hang. Season 2 looks set to ask, what happens when that kid starts breaking the rules everyone lives by? The companion teaser video keeps things close to the vest. It is more of a tone reveal over plot trailer, a quick reminder of how Wistoria fights feel when steel meets spell. More footage will follow, and this was just the stake in the ground. Staff and studios. If you liked the way Season 1 moved, good news is that the sequel keeps the backbone and adds a fresh angle. Chief director is the same old maestro, Tatsuya Yoshihara, the S1 director. Director is Hideaki Nakano, who brings a darker, pressure cooker sense of staging, perfect for dungeon tension and political stare-downs. Character designer slash chief animation director is Sayaka Ono, and he is returning. Music is done by Yuki Hayashi. He is also returning, and with him, you can expect punchy rhythms and hero on a rope swells. Animation production is done by BN Pictures with ACTAS. Both are returning, but the credit order flips to BN Pictures first this time. That lineup screams evolution, not overhaul. The aim is simple. Keep the clean action and character beats from S1, but tighten the suspense and raise the room pressure during fights. Season 1 found its groove by the end. Season 2 looks ready to start in that groove instead of warming up. Cast. The voices you know, back on the front line returning. Leads include Kohei Amasaki for Will Surfort and Akira Sekine for Elfaria Albus, Surfort, alongside Satomi Amano for Colette, Lin for Lihana, Aoi Ines for Kiki, Masaki Mizunaka for Sion, Tomokazu Seki for Workner, Rumio Kubo for Iris, Koji Yusa for Edward, and Tetsuya Kakihara for Julius. No headline recasts for the mains, which keeps character chemistry intact. Source material. There is plenty of fuel for a bigger fire. The anime adapts the manga by Fujino Omori, yes, Danmachi, with art by Toshi Aoi, serialized in Kodansha's Basatsu Shonen magazine since late 2020. As of mid-2025, Japan sits at 13 tankobon volumes, a healthy runway that lets the adaptation scale up without breathing down the manga's neck. English volumes are handled by Kodansha USA. If you've been waiting for the story to push beyond underdog in a magic school, the material past the anime's first core broadens the chessboard. More factions, more ideology, more dungeon law. The setup is there for Season 2 to make Wistoria feel less like a campus contest and more like a world system stress test. Arc names and exact coverage remain TBA until the main PV drops. Quick recap where Season 1 left us. Spoiler light. Season 1 established the central inversion that in a magic first world, Will can't cast a thing. So he studies everything else, footwork, timing, angles, the little tells people show when they cast. He turns mage duels into puzzle fights, makes opponents play his game, and proves that raw stubbornness plus good reads can beat talent that never had to try. By the end of Season 1, the Academy has to admit he isn't a glitch. He's a challenge to their whole ranking ladder. That's the perfect setup for Season 2 to push beyond school drama into system-wide drama. What to expect in Season 2, without spoiling the manga. Sharper staging, meaner stakes. With Nakano steering and Yoshihara supervising, expect fights that breathe, micro-pauses before impact, geography you can read, and punishments that feel earned by the setup, not just by the soundtrack. System versus swordsman. The teaser visual hints that institutions will step in. When a non-mage keeps beating mages, it's not just an upset, it's a problem for a society built on mana. Look for bigger players, bigger rules, and bigger consequences. consequences. Music doing heavy lifting. Yuki Hayashi is back, which means bold, push-you-forward tracks. Expect returning motifs for Will and smart use of drums and strings to sell each turn in a fight. If S1's score made you sit up, S2 should keep that energy. What's locked versus? To be announced, locked. April 2026 broadcast in Japan. Teaser visual plus teaser video live on the official site. Main staff/cast listed by multiple outlets. Likely. A fuller trailer in the coming months with fresh cuts, antagonists, faction figures, and a clearer dungeon rule set tease. Keep an eye on the official site and X account. To be announced, international streaming platform for Season 2. Season 1 is on Crunchyroll worldwide, which is the obvious candidate, but confirmation will come later. If you are new to Wistoria, try the 2-episode test. Here's why it works. Think it's just another magic school anime? Give Wistoria 2 episodes before you judge. The twist isn't about flashy new powers. It's about how Will fights. Every duel is a puzzle. He watches, reads the opponent's moves, and flips their overconfidence against them. The more powerful the mage, the sweeter it is when Will shuts them down. That's why Season 2 is exciting. His style isn't just a personal trick anymore, it's becoming a challenge to the entire magical world. That's your top stories hit for Wistoria Wand and Sword Season 2. April 2026 is circled in red. The poster says bigger battlefield. The staff sheet says confident sequel. Now tell me in the comments, what do you want most from S2? Harder dungeon law, nastier faction politics, or just Will folding smug mages with footwork and physics? If this saved you a dozen tabs, like, subscribe, and we'll break down the first full PV the second it lands. Until then, keep your stance tight, keep your eyes open, and remember, reading spells is a kind of magic too.